What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Fomo Factory. I would like to take a look at Bitcoin and the worst case scenario right now, because I kind of believe that the bottom might be in, but there are a couple of indicators that, try to convince me that the bottom might not be in. And I tend to believe these indicators more and more and more. So if that happens, what could happen? Where could Bitcoin go? Is 13, 14, 15K actually possible for Bitcoin? That's what we're going to take a look at. So welcome to the Fomo Factory. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what it is? Subscribe to the... I don't know why I did that sound effect. Subscribe to the channel. I'm still sick. I'm just not getting better. It's ridiculous. But I promise to be here every day, even in the bear market. So sick, not sick, we keep on going, we keep on working. We can't have any excuses. But if I'm out of breath, if I'm making these weird sounds, you know why. So what I would like to take a look at for Bitcoin is the current market. What we can expect if we go to the upside, but mainly what we can expect if we go to the downside. And a lot of charts show that the bottom is in. There are a lot of bottom indicators, but there is one indicator that shows that the bottom isn't in. And well, there are a couple, but this one is pretty important to me. And there wasn't a bear market where this indicator didn't give the bottom signal. So it would be exceptional if this time this indicator is wrong. And if this indicator turns out to be right, then Bitcoin goes down a lot more than where we are right now. So let's take a look at that. First, moment of recording. Oh yeah, and also I sold my Cardano. I came to realize that Cardano is kind of piece of shit. Now I just wanted to. I pointed out on my Twitter some coins that I sold, AVAX, Cardano, and a couple of coins. And some people like Cardano has like this controversial thing, right? Some people hate it, some people love it. I don't hate it or love it. I'm just very neutral about it. And but I have a strong opinion lately about Cardano. So for the Cardano holders, let's quickly talk about this before I get into this Bitcoin worst case scenario. So yeah, kind of bearish video, but if you know my channel, you also know that Bitcoin will go to at least $200,000 in my opinion. So in that case, this is all short term. Why do I have this line here? Well, because I think 15 cents is where Cardano is going minimum. I think that that's definitely possible. If not, 12 cents, maybe even 7 cents, although it should be way lower. Why do I say that? Well, I sold my Cardano because I had a crypto portfolio with too much coins. And I had to clean something up. If it's up to me, I will keep a big exposure to all kind of coins, but you can't have everything. So I was looking like, what do I have? What do I believe in, less than anything else? Cardano was one of them. Why? Cardano is mainly a hype coin, right? And all the years that it exists, it did nothing because there was nothing. So, okay. But then in the last bull run, it really went explosive. And before that, it went explosive as well, by the way. This isn't the right chart, but it went explosive. But I was thinking like, why? Because Cardano is such a good product. It's such an amazing blockchain with the best products being built on it and a great total value locked. Or is it mainly because of hype? Because people around me that are usually not in crypto, they were talking about Cardano. And I feel like, oh shit, Cardano is not a fundamental coin for now. Maybe in the future, maybe in a decade or whatever. But for now, it's a hype coin. And I don't like being in hype coins, especially in a bear market, right? Because hype coins come down a lot. Cardano has found new lows right now. Not every altcoin did, right? If I look at Algo, random, no new low. What are some other, big coins? Arweave, no new low. Atom, no new low. Like Cardano gets this new lows as well. So Cardano, one, it isn't strong right now. Two, it is kind of doing nothing, right? If you look at this, and this is for the Cardano holders or the people that don't hold Cardano but just want to know, like, oh, why again don't I hold Cardano? Well, this is why. If you go to DeFi Llama and you look at the chains, right? You can see here chains sorted by total value locked, aka how much projects are being built on it compared to how much money is on these locked on these projects, right? That's the working product of the chain. That's right, like Ethereum. What's the working product of Ethereum? That people can build projects on Ethereum. And you'll see it works because there are almost 600 projects being built on it. And there is $31 billion in total value locked on Ethereum, right? Tron doesn't have a lot, but it's ranked 2. I wonder why. It's a cross-chain platform. I could just land. What the fuck? Okay, cool. But then I started looking like, okay, where's Cardano? Ethereum, Tron, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, okay, Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, Solana, Chronos, Phantom, Mixin, what's Mixin? Okay, DeFi Chain, Clayton, Algorand, Keva, oh no, Cardano, Near, Osmosis, Waves, Genosis, Elrond, Aurora, Fusion, what's Fusion, right? Celo, hey, Bitcoin, okay, Torchain, EOS, Hiko, right? UOB Chain, like, okay, it exists, but do people really build on that? Okay. Kento, Moonbeam, Moonriver. Oh, there's Cardano. Rank number 31. With a total value locked of $66 million. Right? Twice as less as Celo, as Fusion. Chains that you might be like, what is that? And name me one project from the top of your head that's successful and that's being built on this. Right? Well, half of that, there we finally have Cardano around Moonriver, Moonbeam, like these new chains that haven't proven themselves yet. Ronin, RSK, like KCC, a basically failed chain in my opinion. Cardano is there. Right, so no projects being built on Cardano, like 12 projects being built on Cardano. Swap, some lending, swap, like people build some swaps, but okay, that's it. Like the total value locked was never really that high, but it only came down. So it's a dying chain right now. The biggest project being built on Cardano is MinSwap. Yeah, I don't know everything, of course, but I haven't heard of it. Right, so I started looking like, okay, so the working product of Cardano is being a chain, is projects being built on it. But that's not happening. So Cardano has basically no working product. But it is ranked so high in market cap, right? Cardano has a $12 billion market cap. 12 billion! While it is like, there's nothing on it, right? 66 million. Like, for example, Moonriver has kind of the same, right? Well, if we look at... Sorry, I'm very short of breath. We look at Moonriver, 58 million out of the 12 billion, right? So if we have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, divided by 58, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then Moonriver could be 206 times as big, which puts Moonriver at $2,000. If you feel like Moonriver at $2,000, that's unrealistic. That is just as unrealistic, just as realistic as Cardano at 36 cents. AKA, it's just as realistic to think that Cardano should be 200 times as low as what it is right now. But Cardano has strong community. Cardano has the hype. Cardano, Cardano has a lot that Moonriver doesn't have, right? But if you compare it like this, I feel like, man, why is Cardano there? So I sold it, and I bought back immediately something, right? Because I can't sell at the lows and keep it in dollars. Like, that's stupid, right? You don't want to do that. So I bought some Bitcoin, I bought some other stuff that I feel like might do well. Also, Cardano is sitting at its last tight support, while the stochastic RSI is still resetting. So I feel like once, sorry, where my nasal spray at? Once this resets here, Cardano might come down here. Then it could be here for a long while. And what happened in the meantime could go like this, but it could also go like this. So that's that. Long talk about Cardano. I don't see a good reason to hold Cardano. It is, in capital letters, heavily overvalued. It shouldn't be ranked this high, in my opinion, just as Dogecoin, by the way. But it is the power of community, right? Community does a lot. Communities, therefore you see, a project needs a dedicated and big community. So shout out to the Cardano community. Cannot say anything about them. But when it comes to the project itself, Cardano is way too overvalued and should be ranked 300, something like that. Cardano should be way more down. And I think it won't be all the way there, but I think Cardano will take some big hits in this bear market still. That's that. About Bitcoin. Next to get wrecked. No. Yeah, maybe. Look, Bitcoin. It is... yeah. So Bitcoin is doing great. No, it's not. Bitcoin is doing nothing, right? Bitcoin is hovering around this region for quite a while. Like, very boring. And if you look at this bear market, right? This bear market is right here. Sorry. What happened? Bitcoin came down, right? We had a high. We came down a lot. And now we finally stabilized for a long time. A long time. What do you expect to happen now? Will it go up? Will it go more sideways? Will it go down? Keep in consideration what happened here in 2017. 18, sorry. Right? Came down a lot. Once we started to go sideways, we went sideways for a few months as well. And what happened then? Bam! We went down. We were cut in half in what time frame was this? This was like ridiculous. In a month, we went half. Right? But most pain was done in, well, here it was already 30% down in a week. Right? 2 weeks. Where were we in 2 weeks? 43%. 3 weeks, 50%. So every week, you see it go down way more. Oh, shit, sorry. I shouldn't work right now. This is pretty similar to what we are seeing right now. Could this happen to Bitcoin? Well, a couple of things match up. If we look at the weekly stochastic, look, I showed you this before. Weekly stochastic is way higher than it should be, right? Every time it's high, like here, big drop, right? Here as well, high, big drop. Here, high as well. You know, shorter time frame, but still, it was high. Also a big drop, right? So every time it's high, we get these big drops of around, on average, 55%. Well, you know, we don't have to see a 55% right now because there is a lot of support, right? We have a lot of support. We have support here. We have support here. Mainly the support here. And we have a lot of support, yeah, around here, right? 10K, I don't see it happen. But what do I see happen? Well, if we look at this chart right here, it's pretty interesting. We have the Bitcoin price and we have the Bitcoin balanced price. The Bitcoin balanced price is pretty interesting. An experimental attempt of capturing Bitcoin's fair valuation by measuring the differences between what was paid and what was spent. This is the on-chain kind red spirit to delta cap. So that's the balance price. That's the average, right? If we look at that, and we look at every bear market, so we have this 2012 bear market, right? This is Bitcoin, and the green is the Bitcoin balance price. What do you notice? We went to this balance price, we went below it for like October up till, when was this? December, 2 months. We were below it, right? Then we have the 2015 bear market. We went down, we then went below it for a long time, but we went below it. We went below it quite a lot, right? I mean, the Bitcoin, the Bitcoin price by that time was $172. The Bitcoin balance price was 233. In percentages, that's a lot, right? So we went below it, and we touched it a lot as support, right? Then we went below it in 2018, also not long, but we went below it. The Bitcoin balance price was 3,500. Bitcoin price was 3,200, right? Went below it. Even in the COVID crash, no, that's it. That was here. We went didn't go below it, but that wasn't a bear market. That was a black swan, right? Every bear market we went below it. If you look at this, where we are right now, we are still above it, right? So, is it weird to think that we go below it right now as well? So far, we do it every time, right? And where's the balance price right now? The balance price right now is sitting at $16.2 thousand, right? We don't usually go below it like slightly or touch it. We go below it quite a lot. This was the time where we were closest, but still, what's this price difference? That's like 10%, 10% below it. So let's say we do just as fine as the last time, and we go 10% below the 16.2K. If we go 10% below that, 16.2K, let me zoom in to make it a little more accurate. Around this, right? 10% below that would put Bitcoin at the low 16s. Is that a realistic level? Let's draw a line there. And is that a realistic level to think of when it comes to Bitcoin? Let's make it blue so we recognize it. Well, if we take a look at this, right? This is pretty decent. I haven't seen this. You saw me draw the line, right? But I've drawn it on pretty tight resistance and support, right? If we go here, sorry, let's point it to this here. If we go further back, also here, right? Is 16, low 16 possible for Bitcoin? Yeah, in my opinion, it is, right? The question is, of course, will it happen? We don't know. Is it strange? Will it be weird that it happens? No, it will be very understandable if it happens, right? So be prepared. Be prepared. Have some cash, because this might happen. If you don't think this is going to happen, cool. Give me a good reason. Also, it happened every time in other bear markets where the macros were better, right? The macro is now worse. So why wouldn't it happen right now? So that's something to keep in consideration. Also, if we look at this bear market, right? We had the top. It was in 2013. Let me take this one. Oh, shit. Sorry, wrong one. Here we go. We had the top, give or take here. And we had the bottom. We went down 91% in this bear market. How much did we came down? All these fucking lines. This bear market. %83%. Right, so we got the 2014-15 bear market. We got the 2017-18 bear market. And if I go to the BLX chart, it takes us further back. So we could check out another bear market. But 91%, 83%. How much did we came down so far? So far, we came down, give or take, 74%. Right? So you could say, okay, 91, then 83, then 74, next bull run 65, could be. Or we could take the average between 91 and 83, right? 91 plus 83 times by divided by 2 is not making sense. Sorry, I can do it like this, of course. Divided by 2 is 86%, right? That's an average. I like averages. Why? Because it's average. 80. How much did I say? 86%, right? Let's say we go do an average, and we go down 86%. Where does it take us? 86% takes us down. I can see that shit. Well, around 8,000. Well, that's a bit like much, right? Oh, wait, sorry, I fucked it up. I felt like, that's not correct. So, I'm not awake. Well, puts us around that same level. Low 10,000, right? That's the average of these two. Is it weird that that happened? No, not really. Could be. I don't see us go to 10K, but I also don't think that it is weird, you know. And how long did it take to bottom the last times? Well, this time in 2015 went pretty quick. We had a top right here, and we had the bottom already here, right? So that was 70 days. All right, we didn't go lower than this, but the last bear market, we did go lower. It did take longer, right? And where did it take us? Why is these? How long did it take for us to go down? It took us to the to the bottom. Sorry, I really this video sucks, I know. I hope you find the information useful though. But that took a year, right? Now we are already in almost a year, right? So yeah, could it be that we get this final wick that we have been waiting for somewhere this year still? Yeah, definitely possible. Also, check out let's check out the stochastic RSI, right? Because here, kind of the same, right? Like we have the stochastic RSI. It wasn't even overbought right here. We were going sideways. This is basically where we are right now, right? But then in 2018, this is where we are right now. We had the stochastic RSI just doing like nothing, just coming down a little bit. But then this was needed for it to reset. That was the final capitulation candle, right? If we look at where we are right now, we are way higher than that even. So we are up right here while we are going sideways, right? So is it possible that we do something like this still while we do this? And then when this resets, we go down here. Yeah, that's possible. I am somehow concerned about altcoins in that case, because Bitcoin going down to that level, it might not seem like a lot, but altcoins can really go down 80%, and you might feel like, hey, another 80%. Like if you look at good projects like Solana, for example, right? If you look how much Solana came down, Solana came down 88%. And you feel like, how can it come down twice 80%? That's like 160%, right? No, that's not really how it works, right? If we take Solana and we go down another 80% from where we are right now, you'll notice that we will be sitting at around, I can't even, $5 Solana. Is that weird? No, takes us right here coincidentally, but that's possible. And it seems like, dude, that's never going to happen. That won't, Okay, it happened before. This is crypto, bro. It could happen. I'm not saying it will. And if it does, I'm buying a shitload, right? Therefore, you want to be prepared. But it definitely could happen, right? So just keep in consideration that everything is possible. Because if we look at this, just keep this in consideration, right? Let's say Bitcoin does this. Let's say Bitcoin goes to 13K, right? So that's down like, what is it? 13K, give or take. It's another 30%. Well, yeah, okay, cool. Could happen, right? What if the Bitcoin dominance, which is doing this, does this while Bitcoin goes down? Which happens, right, all the time. Like in 2017 as well. We had this, just look at this, right? So when did we came down for Bitcoin? From December 2017 until March 2019. So if we take December 2017, right, that's here. Bitcoin came down, dominance came down. But until March 2019, cool, but the Bitcoin dominance went up a lot, right? This is where altcoins were really, really, really bleeding, right? It could definitely happen. I think it would be weird if this doesn't happen. So if Bitcoin goes down while the Bitcoin dominance goes up, that's when you not see just that slow bleed in altcoins, but you see altcoins getting teared apart. You see your favorite projects are going to die. A lot of projects are going to die. And a lot of people feel like, nah, not the project that I'm in because that's a good project. Everybody is in a project and everybody feels about that. Like they feel like, nah, this project is good. It won't die. It has like this and it has like that. Okay, cool. So I'll make a video about that on how you can check out if your project might die if this happens, right? You don't want to be there. But altcoins can go down a lot, really a lot. And also the Bitcoin or the stochastic RSI on the weekly chart for altcoins is pointing that out, right? Like the last two times, what happened? Just one last thing, and I'll wrap it up. But keep this in consideration because you want to be prepared if this happens, right? You don't want now be like in that denial because you don't want it to happen. So you feel like that's not going to happen. Like that's the wrong mind. That will get you wrecked, right? You don't want this to happen, probably. If you're in a lot of cash, you want it, but otherwise you don't. But keep in consideration that it will, right? That it might. Nobody knows. Right, but let's take Solana, for example, just random altcoin. Stochastic RSI, heavily overbought, right? What happens from the moment it went from the top to the bottom? What happened? This was the top right here, that last peak, basically, and it came down here. 65%. Okay. Time after that, what happened? It was really overbought right here, right? What happened? Came down here. 46%. Okay. Here it wasn't even that overbought, but still came down. What happened there? Until it came down. 82%. Let's take 60 as average, right? It might definitely be possible that Solana goes down another 60% and that every crypto, every altcoin does that, right? Put Solana at around $12, for example, and then we have these resistances as supports. So I think $9 more realistic, or 18, maybe somewhere in between. But that will probably happen, right? With a lot of these altcoins. So yeah, keep in mind, this is the worst case scenario that could happen. But to end it positive, it's all what's going to happen before Bitcoin at least goes to $200,000. Like, easy. A lot of good altcoins will make you 100x's. Like, imagine, like Solana is a good project. It is ultra fast, like crazy fast. Like, it's still new, right? That's just one example. Like, just imagine it going back to all-time highs. Not even new highs, just the all-time high, right? Why not? But what if it goes to $9 first, right? So let's say it goes to $9 and you buy there. And then it goes back to its all-time high. 30x for Solana, right? On a low-risk, high-cap coin. I'm not even talking about the mid-risk or the high-risk projects, right? So therefore, wait. Like of course, I'm dollar costing, right? Because a lot of altcoins are sitting on heavy support right now. DOT, for example, as well, heavy support. It might be that it bounces, right? That, you know, this is what I expect, and the market doesn't do what you expect. But I expect this, someone else expects that. You know, we'll see. I wanna be wrong. So if it does this, I want to be prepared. But if it does this, I want to be prepared as well. And that's basically what I'm doing. And that's basically what I'm trying to preach on this channel right here. So really, guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like I said, even if I'm sick, I'm trying to be here every day. You know, I want us all to make it. So that's how, you know, I just wanted to update you about this. If you have any thoughts on this, leave a comment. If you're still watching, by the way, because I'm kind of already ending it, if you want to like this video for me to help it push into YouTube's algorithm, I would appreciate it a lot. And see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.